going to be starting a new series. This is my how-to series. I'm going to be showing crafts and cute little things you can do, things around the house. It's going to be really fun, hopefully. I'm hoping this is going to be fun for you guys. If you've watched my other videos, you know that this is going to be series number 3. I actually have 2 other series. I have my ecological series going on where I'm going to be doing videos about how you can help the planet. And I'm going to be doing videos on teaching you how to crochet, read patterns, you know, things like that. So today we're going to be making a homemade sugar scrub. And it's going to end up like this. I wrap them in a handkerchief, and I put like a little ribbon on it, and I actually tie it with a hair tie, and then I do a cute little tag. And you're going to need mason jars. I like the 4-ounce jars because usually when you're giving somebody a gift or, oh, by the way, these make great gifts. I should have said that. They make great wedding gifts, great baby shower gifts, just great gifts for anybody. I gave these out on Christmas and I got like so much good feedback about it. Like everybody was calling in, they were like, thank you so much, this is awesome, it works great. So they're just great little gifts, which is why I wrap them up like they're like a wedding gift or something. So you're going to need mason jars. I like the 4-ounce ones, because I find that if I'm giving somebody something and they don't like it, they tend to get a little bit irritated if it's like really, really big. And these ones actually come with labels in there. They're kind of like in there deeply. And it took us forever to find these because I think it's more of an East Coast thing than a West Coast thing, because I can't remember like ever finding them on the West Coast. But we found these at a grocery store, and then we found them originally at a not a dollar store, Ace's hardware store. But we had to go out of state to get these, and I mean, where we live, the states are like really close together, so we didn't really have to like drive that far, but it might take a little bit to find these, because I know that we went on like everywhere. We even went on Amazon and eBay, and we couldn't find the right size, so it just might take you a little bit to find these. But it doesn't have to be a mason jar. The recipe calls for anything like a decorative jar or whatever you prefer. You will need oil. I am going to be using olive oil because my mom-in-law said that she used olive oil the first time she tried it, and it actually came out really good. The first time I did it, I used vegetable oil, and I ended up having to adhere to the recipe at first, but then I had to like switch it a lot to try and get the right consistency. You'll also need sugar. And I'm going to be using just Imperial all-natural pure cane sugar. It's granulated. Or granulated, not granulated, sorry. You're going to need a measuring cup. And this is 1 cup. And it says so right there. You're going to need a bowl. And I'm going to be using a really big plastic bowl. And you're going to need a spoon. And you're also going to need to mix in an essential oil. I'm going to use lemon oil for this. And it's really, really small. When I first did this recipe the first time, it said you're supposed to mix in like 4 cups of sugar and 4 tablespoons of oil. But if you do that, you're going to get a lot of oil, and it's going to basically look like one of those jars where you put like all the rocks at the bottom and like all the water is at the top. So it's actually pretty bad if you do it that way. So this recipe calls for 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of oil. And I just tried that a few minutes ago before filming this video, because I did another video and it came out really, really oily still. So I'm going to show you how to fix that if it gets really oily. And you can add things or take away things. My mother-in-law said she used avocado oil as well to add like that little kick. And she used eucalyptus and stuff as well. So I'm going to pour 1 cup of sugar in there. And I'm only going to do 1 cup right now because I'm going to show you what happens when you add the oil. Okay, well I don't have a whole cup of olive oil, so if I need more oil, then I will use vegetable oil. And you can mix the oils. Like I said, my mother-in-law had olive oil, and then she did avocado oil when she ran out of olive oil. And the reason that we didn't get olive oil was because, or avocado oil, sorry, was because it's very expensive. It was like $12. And it also says that it's optional that you can use a vitamin E capsule, break it open, and use the oil that's in there. And I actually think I do need a little more oil in here, so I'm going to go get that vegetable oil really quick. And you're going to use just a few drops of that. That's plenty. And be careful with the little bottles like this because you will actually get more on your hand than in the bowl. And my husband's telling me that he thinks that it's fine, I don't need more oil. So we're actually going to see what this turns out just like this. Now what you want to do is you want to get it to a fine consistency.
Push everything down one corner. Push everything down to one corner.
He's correcting me, I'm sorry. He's Mr. Perfectionist today. Okay, so we're going to push everything down to one corner so that he will stop interrupting my video. And we're going to actually stir it like this. And you see how it's taking on that fine texture. Okay? It's going to take on a fine texture. And what we want it to look like is this. It's a very fine texture, like wet sand at the beach. So we're going to test this on my fingers, and we're going to see if this is good enough. Because I think I can actually add a little more sugar in this. Yeah, see, that's a little bit more sticky than I want. So I'm going to add just a little bit more sugar. So I'm going to use my measuring cup again, because I don't want to just like pour it in there all willy-nilly. And I'm not going to use very much. I'm just going to use maybe that much. A quarter of a cup. Because I had it like this my first time, and the oil kicked in later when I put it in the jar. So actually I'm going to add a little more still, because like I said, it can look like this now, but after you let it sit in the oil, it'll actually the oil will start to come up. And then you'll open it and you'll have so much oil on your hands. Okay, here we go. There we go, there we go. So I'm going to stir this a little bit more. And like I said, these are great to give to your friends, give to your mom. If I remember the website I got this recipe off of, I will put it in the description box. There we go. See how it's starting to change just a little bit? So I'm going to put in a little more sugar. And like I said, it depends on what texture you want it at. I want it at the consistency of green. I want mine to be really, really green. And a lot of people want theirs to be really oily. My friend who tried this said she left hers alone and it was really, really oily. I prefer mine to be really, really green. And see how the more sugar you add, the more grainy it gets? And depending on the quality that you want, if you want it to be like super, super grainy and fine, like this took a lot of sugar. So for this, I could actually keep adding sugar, but it's basically just repeating the process. It's basically just repeating the process. So from here, I would probably add sugar maybe one more time, and then see if that would be the texture that I want. Like I said, a lot of people would be fine with this texture because it is very grainy, like sand. So for me, I would just do it one more time, just for me, but I know a lot of people wouldn't. So when you finish, you can put it in the jar. And like I said, if you want to make it like really cute, you can just do something simple, just like wrap it up, or you know, they have a space at the top, right there. And my hands are actually really oily, so I don't think I'd be able to get this off again. But you can put something like right there, like a little label or something, because they come with the labels. I just prefer to do it on the side because normally I put decorative pieces in the top. And so that's how you guys make a homemade sugar scrub. You can do a lot of different scents with this, but for this one you will actually need the essential oil. That part cannot be altered. You can use different kinds of oils and stuff like that, but for sure you would definitely need the oil. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope that you guys have great luck trying this on your own. And if you guys like this video, subscribe.